Silence behind the scenes, Tuscany night. Location, Tuscany region, Italy, Siena City. Montevivo town. Date, September 14, 2023. Chiara Bellini, 25. Lived with her family in Montevivo, near Siena. She had just graduated from art school and was a young woman full of dreams, looking for a job in drawing and illustration. She was invited to an interview by someone she met online at a creative studio in the countryside outside Florence. She told her family and left home in the morning but didn't come back. That evening, father, Luca Bellini, reported her missing to the Siena police after losing contact. A day later, Chiara was found badly injured at Siena Hospital. She was admitted to intensive care but sadly passed away the next morning. The police investigation showed that Chiara got into a white Piaggio Porta van last. The driver was identified as Matteo Rinaldi. Matteo was caught at his rural home and arrested. He had marks of violence on him and was charged with aggravated sexual assault and unlawful deprivation of liberty. He was released under judicial control with an electronic ankle bracelet and a travel ban. Another suspect, Davide Moretti, was caught near the Siena train station with Chiara's phone. Blood belonging to the young woman was found on him. Davide was arrested for robbery. Toxicology tests later showed he had a high level of methamphetamine in his blood. Months later, he was sent to prison for a different crime. Chiara was found unconscious in a forested area with torn clothes and her pants partly undone. In her first statement, she said, "A man attacked me, and I lost consciousness." A scooter was found nearby, registered to Davide Moretti. A bloody jacket found on the scooter's seat turned out to belong to someone else. The Siena prosecutor's office said there wasn't enough evidence to charge anyone with intentional murder, but the indictment to the Siena Heavy Penal Court asked for up to 19 years for Matteo Rinaldi and 15 years for Davide Moretti. At the second hearing, the courtroom was tense. Luca Bellini said, "My daughter had dreams. She is gone now, but those responsible are still free. Someone even called us and said we'll give you money to settle this." Chiara's lawyers asked for the case to be reconsidered as a murder trial, but the judge said, "This is not a murder case," which angered many in the room. The trial was postponed to March 12, 2024. To hear more witnesses and prepare additional reports. Aftermath court developments after the March 12 hearing was postponed. The Bellini family faced a tough wait. Luca believed justice wasn't fully served and followed the case closely. The people of Montevivo were also not silent. Anger and support mixed in the community. New legal steps. The court requested more time to hear witnesses and update forensic reports. Lawyers applied for a fresh investigation due to inconsistencies in evidence and suspect statements. Especially, they wanted to clarify who owned the bloody jacket found near where Chiara was discovered. Community support. A small memorial event was held in Montevivo for Chiara. Young people gathered in her room-turned-art gallery and promised to keep her dreams and passion alive. The event sparked local discussions about women's rights and safety. Families fight. Luca and Laura Bellini not only pushed for justice, but also reached out to local officials asking for legal reforms. They demanded education programs and awareness campaigns to prevent tragedies like Chiara's years past. Montevivo remained a quiet town, still carrying the scars of that tragedy. Chiara Bellini's room became a small art gallery visited by many. Her drawings, dreams, and unfinished paintings were displayed as a silent but powerful monument to a young artist's life. Although justice was measured in numbers and court decisions. For Luca and Laura Bellini, the real struggle never ended. They kept working to keep their daughter's name alive, to understand her pain, and to prevent similar tragedies. The people of Montevivo never forgot that dark day. But over time, a hope grew from that pain. The voices of women became louder, and more brave hearts refused to stay silent. One day, that blue-eye painting still stood at the edge of the forest. Below it, written in red letters, TVD, Non ha dimenticato. She is not forgotten. Chiara Bellini was no longer just a name. She had become a symbol of justice, resistance, and remembrance.